Welcome back to Broomfield High School. We're on the road. The Holy Family Tigers upset the defending 4A state champion Broomfield Eagles 60-39. Mary Kay Morrow back at Broomfield with our player of the game, and it's Megan Chavez. And Megan, tonight your team, boy, what a perfect combination. Defense was playing well. The offense was lights out. What jump-started this team defensively to play like a well-oiled machine?
You know, well, we've been really working on practice, making sure we get our clothes down and everybody does their rotations, and I really felt like we were playing defense as a team. Everybody was playing their role, and our defense really generated into our offense, and we got a lot of fast break points and transitional game, and just playing a great solid defense really transitioned into the whole game, and we were able to get into a rhythm early, and it really helped to the flow of the game.
You know, for you personally, you were below your point average, but it didn't matter. You showed some great composure in the backcourt and looked for your teammates. What goes through your mind when you're being stopped offensively?
Yeah, they were on me pretty tight, and really what was just going through my head is a lot of my teammates were getting open and making fantastic cuts, KJ, Mackenzie, Steph, and so I was just trying to get them the ball, and Kenzie got hot, Stephanie was making great cuts on the outside, and KJ was banging down low, and so I was just trying to get them the ball. They made my job easy. I just had to get it to them. They were making the plays, so.
Yeah, real unselfish play that paid off. What did it mean tonight? You know, here, I mean, really unprecedented. We had, four-time defending champ Holy Family in 3A, five-time defending champ in 4A Broomfield. How big of a game is this for this area to have that quality of ball and then two teams knocking heads this time of year?
Well, I think that it's great for the community, and I mean, you saw how many people were out today. I mean, it sold out within about 4 days, and just it's so cool to have the community backing you, whether it's Holy Family, Broomfield, but this whole area is really just such a community feel, and I mean, we've been playing with these kids since we were in 5th grade. You know, we do plug ball together and the Broomfield Blaze, and so it's so nice just to have everybody come out and support the high school teams, and I mean, it was a big game, and both teams played well, and it was a fun atmosphere.
You know, it really paid off for this Holy Family squad. And what did it do to this team? You're coming off a big loss to an arch rival in Bishop Matchabuff. Now you're getting ready for the stretch run in February. What did it mean tonight that all of a sudden this team kicked it in another gear?
Right, well, it's always hard to have a loss. I mean, at the beginning of the season, of course, your goal is to go undefeated. But when you have a loss like that, I mean, you just got to turn it into a positive, and we really regrouped. We refocused our energy. We went back to playing as a team, and I mean, just a huge game like this, the way we played tonight, it just gives us so much momentum going in, and we have, about 6 more league games left, and then we're right into districts, regionals, playoffs, and so we just got to keep the momentum going, and I think the way we played tonight, we built a great foundation coming off of Tuesday, and so I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season.
Yeah, terrific team effort. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's Megan Chavez, point guard for Holy Family. We're joined by our head coach, Ron Rossi. And Coach, boy, what a balanced effort tonight on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I thought both teams played very hard, and we had a lot of bench support that really made a difference tonight.
You know, one thing you said to me before the game, you said, it's going to be defense. We're going to have to be able to handle things on the boards. And I thought not only did Johansson do an outstanding job, but off the bench, it was Pena who came in and did a terrific job as well.
It's interesting that each of our teams have different identities, and the identity that this team has created is they became a very good defensive club. And of course, and then that in turn, defense in turn translates into offense for us because we like to play a fast-paced game. But they've created this identity. They want to be the best defensive club.
Would you say then that that's been the main ingredient the last four state championships that you've had? I mean, you've lost less than 10 games in 4 years.
Defense is where it starts. Coaches always say defense wins championships, but teamwork is what it means about championships. And to be a good defensive club, you have to be a great team oriented with the rotations and playing together and trust for your teammates, and our kids have really learned how to trust. The situation is that we believe in, like that loss, when we're looking at that loss, we're looking, well, we got to learn from it, let it go, and grow, and that's what we did.
You look at the two programs on the floor tonight. Only the second time you faced each other. Holy Family's come out on top on both. But mutual respect, I can tell with Coach Kroll.
Best program in the 4A, no doubt.
And you had mentioned about establishing a tradition. What does it take? What kind of work does that take that you see Broomfield's doing that you started over there at Holy Family?
Just patience, and kids get out and play in the game and believe in and improving skills. And then, of course, gaining a little confidence that it's a team game and everybody plays together.
You know, one thing about your team tonight, Zeman came up big when Megan wasn't able to get her shot off, and then Johansson in the second half.
Yeah, sure did. Mackenzie was in a little bit of a slump, and we just keep shooting. It's gonna show. Keep believing. And tonight, wow, she just ripped some big threes.
Well, and finally, you know, as you head into February, what do you see now are some just areas that you want to tweak as you get ready for the stretch?
You know, like life, you're always making adjustments, and so we will just keep making adjustments to be the best team, because we know the teams that improve the most, they're the ones that win championships. And so our focus is just to keep improving. And why do we play Broomfield? In February, it's a must, because it gets us ready. Playing a very good program and a team gets us ready for state.
Great finish to January. Congratulations on the victory.
Appreciate it. Thank you. It was fun. It was fun.
You tell it, excited head coach for Holy Family, Ron Rossi. Corey coming back, I mean, and reasonably so. I mean, they just generated the offense. Their defense was solid. It was just an all-around terrific effort by the Holy Family Tigers tonight.
The word that keeps coming to mind to me is discipline. They didn't get Broomfield into the 1-and-1. They didn't turn the ball over, as you mentioned, all those things that were working right for them. So that was something. The other side of things for Broomfield, there's a few things that they'll need to work on, and you saw some untimely turnovers. They went cold, and credit the Tiger defense for a lot of that. But that inside-out game wasn't working between Prinz and Wilbur and Zach, and you didn't see that. Tigers shut that down. That's something Broomfield's going to have to work on.
Yeah, and Stacy Hull was taken out of it too, and so there's two, you know, you mentioned three now players that were struggling tonight, and Broomfield head coach Mike Kroll told me before the game, he said, you know, we're at the stage of the season where we have to find consistency. If we're going to make another run, we've got to find that consistency that's going to make it work, and they didn't find it tonight. You know, it was a non-league matchup. However, a competition when you're playing the 3A state champions, boy, what a formidable opponent at this time, and really almost a benchmark for Broomfield to look at it and say, okay, now look, we're going into February. Here are the holes. We got to step it up and pull everybody together. Young squad. Coach Kroll's done it before, so look for them to really be ready to go when it comes playoff time.
Let's see how they respond. They're 2-2 in the last 4 games now, as it works out. The final in this one, 60-39. It is 3-8 Holy Family over 4-8 Broomfield. Thanks for watching, everyone, and everyone behind the scenes working hard as well. Gary Stebbins back in the truck. For my partner Mary Kay Morrow, I'm Corey Lopez. We will see you next time here from Broomfield High School.